Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
What's up? How everybody? Hey, everybody. How everybody? I'm glad. Hope everyone is doing well today. Alban, thank you for joining me today.
Anytime, brother.
Every time we turn you up.
You can hear me?
Yep, I got
you. Fine. Okay.
It's just I had my volume. So a new way now that DeBeach, I actually have my DeBeach helped to edit up on the website. It was a little quicker this time. And what I thought I'd do is, like, as people are chatting prior to the show, I can throw those little comments up, and it makes it a little bit easier. And then it makes it a little bit easier for me to say hi to everybody. You know, 'cause sometimes I get a little confused. So, so if you guys jump in, if you say hi when you jump into the show on the side chat, I will throw that up on the screen and say hi to everybody. You know, it's going to be a good time. Thanks for hanging out with us on another Friday. Different topics today. I've got kind of jump all over. I don't know if you guys had read the news, what the topics are going to be. I posted most of the topics down below to give you a little idea of what we're going to talk about. And maybe that makes it a little bit easier if you're going back on some of my previous shows to know what subjects we covered on that particular week. Tara says 31 people watching and 12 thumbs up. So wait, look, we got half the people not thumbing up. So come on now, throw that thumbs up. Throw your thumbs up. I'm a white boy showing there. All right. So, so how are you doing, Alban? Haven't seen you since Wednesday.
Since Wednesday, I know. Such a long time. At least I didn't get flooded out. Like,
I was gonna. Yeah, up in New York, we had the tropical storm, and thoughts and prayers go out to everyone down there in Louisiana and
Yeah.
in the South where the hurricane came in. The U.S. plays hell, and then the hurricane rolled up through the South up into the central east side of the U.S. and up the Appalachian and up through Pennsylvania, New York, and up there, and even farther inland, caused all kinds of. Blue said 40 people died in between Pennsylvania and New York or something like that. With the subway flooded.
The subways are ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, luckily I didn't have to get on them because you know me, I stay in.
Yeah.
But I was fine here by me, thank God. You know.
Okay. Eddie said my mic. My mic right? My mic right?
I hear you fine.
Okay. All right. I didn't know he.
Normally, if I can't hear you, you know, I yell at you.
Yeah. Usually I get yelled at. So
yeah.
So thoughts and prayers out to everybody that gets impacted with those kind of storms, and it's just puts life in a little bit of perspective.
Yeah.
So we need to keep everybody safe and glad. And that shows you. And that here I live on the East Coast. I don't live right at the beach, but I pay attention when there's hurricanes coming. I pay attention because it hits South Carolina and rolls up. It impacts us. I have been in the path of a hurricane and not had power this far inland for 6 to 7 days. So I know what it's like to have that. So, and that sucks. So hi to everybody. We got lots and lots of people. TJ should have built an ark. So,
well, you're not going to need an ark soon. You're just going to need, snow cover,
a snowmobile or
a snowmobile, something. You better get something, man.
Yeah,
you're going to need it.
Yeah, Jim's right about that. They moved the New Orleans Saints game over to Jacksonville, and I heard something on the radio today. They said that was a great thing because this will be the best this will be the best game that Jacksonville sees all year, is with New Orleans and Green Bay being in town, because you got Jacksonville. So sorry for that, you guys are. So bad things. People got hit with this. So thoughts and prayers out to everybody. Hope everybody's safe. Hope you got power, all kinds of stuff. So just be safe out there. It's just kind of crazy. Let's see. So we got Terry, got different people talking some different items, got new people jumping in. So, hey, thanks for everybody coming in, hanging out with us. Numerous topics. I'll start with the biggest topic that we had this week.
Well, hold on before you do that. Are you gonna like say hi to everybody?
Well,
out there,
I threw. Didn't you see
hi,
it?
people.
Well, didn't you see that I threw all that out there at the beginning?
Yeah, but some people like to hear their names and how badly you butcher them sometimes.
See, really, you just want me. He wants me to go in there and like make a fool, because you don't hear him going out them names.
Well, yes, I do. I would. You want me to call him out?
Yeah.
I'll call him out.
Hey, knock yourself out.
I have no problem.
Hey, you go right through.
We're a family here. It's like good night, John Boy, and like the fucking Waltons. First off, so heal. What's up, my friend?
Yes,
you're here always at the beginning of time for us. Tadao, what's going on? Haven't seen you out there in a while. Who else? We got Mandy, early Mandy.
Yeah, she's always late.
Yeah, she was here early today. Michael Forte, what's up, brother? Eddie, my man, good to see you. Who else we got here? Crazy Canuck is out there. Troop, glad to see you. Canuck gal.
Troop. Yeah.
It's good seeing you. Octavia, how you doing? Terra Skins, what's up? Boom shakalaka.
Boom.
The Beach, how you doing? Thanks so much for that intro. It was really cool. What else we got? Drill Bit, how you doing? Who else we got here? TJ, how you doing? Gloria White, how you doing out there? Dead Man Walking,
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? Hope you're walking around. Shrinking Sharon.
I just saw her this morning.
Oh, did you? How you doing, Sharon? Good to see you here. Sorry I didn't get to, see your show today. I was still sleeping, I guess.
Yeah, he sleeps late.
I sleep late, yeah. Why not? I'm up late.
Yeah, that's true.
Diana, we got you. Michael. Jim. How you doing, Jim? We got is that everyone? Hold on. Motorman 84. How you doing? Mark, how you doing? Wilkinson. And Gut Wall Street. Hey,
Yeah.
hope you're from around here, huh?
Gut's a new one. I haven't never seen Gut on and watching us. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. Is that everybody? Hold on, who else do we got here?
It was 619. Did you get that one? OTA.
Oh, 619 over the air, huh? What's up? Elteros.
Reza. TJ.
We got TJ before. Penn. Dr. Penn. He's a professor in my eyes.
Penn. Nice to see you. Eddie.
C-Man. What's up?
Oh, look at everyone's starting to roll in here.
Yeah, everyone's rolling.
Look at in there.
You see, I think everyone likes to hear their name said.
Yeah, they're like, hey.
Maybe,
hey, roll call. Roll call.
It's roll call.
Bueller.
Okay. Bueller. Hey, Philip, what's up? Got skulls. And that's it. So, unless people out there that didn't, I'll try to look for you if you're jumping into class late. But I'm happy that you're all there.
Put reading glasses on for Christmas list for Auburn. He got pretty damn close to the screen.
Yeah, I had to.
Hey, he doesn't have the progressives like some older folks.
Yeah.
Our birthday's only a week apart.
Yeah.
You think, hey, get some damn glasses.
I've been doing fine with them. I got cataracts.
We can tell.
I got my cataracts done.
We can tell.
I'm looking on the laptop.
Hey,
and it's
man. So hey, thanks for everyone joining us. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you've never watched our show before, we talk about topics that are important to me. And that's about it. No, no. I try to cover the topics that are that mostly focus around streaming, the things that impact us, the things that can make our cord cutting better, to find tricks and techniques that you may not know about. I allow people to ask questions. We also talk about hobbies. We talk about movies. We'll talk about TV show. We'll talk about sports. We talk about gaming. I'm a retro gamer, and we talk about that. We're actually going to cover some of that today. So we jump around a lot. If you have a topic or you have something you want to mention, post it over there on the side. DJ's in the house too.
Yeah, DJ.
If you want to post it over there on the side, we'll be happy to address the question. If I know the answer, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll give you my best guess and tell you, well, hey, you might need to look that up because I don't know. But we jump around a lot. But and we also, this panel is open for anybody that wants to come and share any kind of knowledge or content that they know about to make it to get that knowledge out there. There's people that have a lot more knowledge and tricks than I do, but sometimes they're scared to come out and they don't know how to get that information out there. You can jump on the show. You don't even have to turn your camera on and you can tell it. So, yeah, we got Reza, we're going to talk about some of that. We're going to talk about it. We've talked about my Raspberry Pi stuff before. We talked about my gamepad for having my arcade setup that I'm going to have. We're going to go to a different realm on this one. We're going to go a little old schoolish, but with a new twist. But let's start with the first thing, which was a very sad thing that heard about this week. So let me grab this and we'll share that. And as you see, Locast, I've talked about Locast. I did a video about Locast months ago. It's been around for a while now. I want to say 6 or 8 years off the top of my head is my recollection on this, but I may be wrong. But you're talking about an opportunity to get free over-the-air TV. And this means your local stations in certain markets around the country. I believe they had 35 plus markets. And I mean, by markets, I mean Denver market and all the channels within Denver, and then maybe Memphis, and it would be all the channels within the Memphis market. And what it gave is people that did not have the opportunity or the ability to put up an antenna, or maybe obstructions to picking up local channels because of the geography or the buildings or whatever's around them, or they're in an apartment, they can't put an antenna outside. So this gave people an option to have free over-the-air TV for their local area. Now, you had to do some tricks, and there was some things you could do if you wanted outside your market, but basically it was for the things in your market, because it would do a GPS check of your device, and it would locate that you were within their market that was allowed, and they would get free over-the-air. So they were sued by the big corporations, by the ABC, NBC, Fox, all that, because they were working outside of the normal pay structure that the local TV stations pick up. Tyler, the cable guy, was on our show a couple times in Auburn. You and most of you guys can remember Tyler, Tyler, the antenna man. I'm sorry, Tyler, the antenna man, was on the show a couple times and was talking about over the air and how that works and how the companies work. So in a nutshell, so over the air is free in the USA. It's broadcast over the air. The ABC, NBC, CBS has to broadcast over the air for anybody to be able to get for free. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a law that they have to broadcast those channels if they're going to also allow satellite channels to have it. But they broadcast, anybody can pick it up for free. Put an antenna, or maybe you live closer to the tower, you don't even need an antenna. But most people get their TV from cable and satellite, right? Mm-hmm. Or YouTube TV. You can get locals through YouTube TV. I think Sling now offers you some locals.
Oh,
and what they do is, so let's say Comcast, for example. So remember Dish Network had an argument with certain channels in the country. It was like 120 channels across the country. And remember, Dish Network they said they were going to suspend those channels. It was like going to be all the Foxes or CBSs. I think it was CBS and Fox, because that company owned all these channels throughout the country. And though that company owning those channels told DirecTV, said, hey, we need X amount of money for you to rebroadcast our channels. Mm-hmm. So it's our signal. If you want to rebroadcast it, because you ever seen that little warnings, rebroadcast, you can't do it. To rebroadcast our signal, you're going to need to pay a certain amount of money. And the DirecTV said, well, that's too much money. And I want to say it was Sinclair Group, but the group that held these channels said, no, you're going to pay us this much. Long story short, they paid it so that they could have those local channels, because if you have Dish Network and all of a sudden you don't get your CBS and your Fox, you're raising hell. And you're saying, hey, I want this. I pay for satellite. I want my ABC, my Fox, and my CBS. Well, so your DirecTV paid that. Now you're going to pay that in the long run. You're going to pay that local through a fee. So Locast isn't paying that fee. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they were working outside of that pay structure that the local channels. And if Tyler, he did a video, and again, look him up, Tyler, the antenna man. He did a video, and it showed like $12 million made 1 or 2 years ago. It was like $12 million that was made by the channels, like the local networks, the local channel companies made $12 million or something like that off of just selling their rebroadcasting rights. Not that doesn't have nothing to do with the commercials. This is just their rebroadcasting rights. So the local channels basically don't want people to go outside of the satellite and cable, because the local channels have them locked down. They're going to get their money from them. When Locast came in, They couldn't get that money from Locast because Locast was a nonprofit working on the nonprofit. There was a law, nonprofit law, and they were working on, hey, we're a nonprofit. We're doing this through donations, so we can do this. I think the law was based in 1977. All good and well. Still, the channels went after them, and on Thursday, email came out, and it said, let me read it to you. Locast sent out an email, and it said, Locast Nation, as you probably know, the Federal District Court of Southern District of New York issued a ruling on a case brought against Locast by big media companies. The court concluded that by interrupting programs to ask for donations and by suspending those interruptions based on whether a user contributes to Locast actually was kind of charging a fee. I'll put that kind in there, but that's not merely seeking a voluntary contribution. The court then concluded the revenues that Locast collects are used to add, which Locast collects to add new markets was ineligible on the nonprofits. So they weren't able to use the nonprofit when they used those nag ads in the middle of your viewing. The court said that's not a free donation if someone just decides to donate. You've kind of forcing them into donating. So that's where, and so what Locast said was, Locast is suspending immediately all programming interruptions that request donations. So they were going to turn off all of the nag ads. You wouldn't get that nag ad. If you want to donate, fine. Friday, they came up with this picture where you see right there. We are suspending operations effective immediately. And it says, as a nonprofit, Locast was designed at the very beginning to operate in accordance to the strict letter of the law, but in response to the court's rulings, in which we respectfully disagree, we hereby suspending operations effective immediately. Sad news, in my opinion, because us being cord cutters, I think that people need options.
Yeah.
I have an option of an antenna outside, so it's easy for me, easy peasy. Not everyone has that option. So Locast was an option for people to be able to see local channels. And the other thing is you could also watch those local channels on your mobile device, which was another benefit. You could watch Locast wherever you were. So they're not able to do that no more. I think that Locast was they were siding on, well, we're a nonprofit and donations, but then they stuck that that ads, those little pop-up ad things, interrupting your programming. They were basically playing both sides, and the court said, no. If you're a nonprofit, you're a nonprofit. And I believe that Locast looked at the cost of their service. And when we say the cost of their service, that service isn't cheap.
Nope.
Because again, they had 35 markets at a time. And like I said, it was at like 35 plus markets, all the channels in that market. To get those channels and then to put them on a server and then rebroadcast that out to millions of people that were using their service throughout the country was a large, I believe, a large amount of money. I don't know the amount, but guarantee that ain't cheap, because anybody that has a server knows it ain't cheap. And you think about it, you have to download it and then you put it on a cloud, and it's like running your own little IPTV service. You have a panel and all that kind of stuff that goes in there. The more people you add, the bit more servers and more panels you got to have. And I think that they looked at it and said, hey, can we trust that enough people will donate to meet this cost, this overhead we got? And I think they looked at it and said, I don't think you're going to have enough people donate. And I think that they looked at the again, like 619 says, servers ain't cheap. Between the server and the bandwidth, I mean, that's a not cheap equipment. And I think that they looked at it and said, hey, this isn't viable. We're never going to stay afloat. And to be honest, it was $5 a month for the service, $60 for the year. Cheap compared to if you cut the cord, and had great pictures, You had every single channel, perfectly clear. When I tested it, it was beautiful. But it's down. I'm not sure how many people in the side chat had ever used that. If you guys, I'm gonna run through some of the comments. Sorry, when I go on a rant, I can't read
No,
because in my
no,
brain.
it was a lot of the late people that came
Okay.
in, like
Oh, okay.
Noir. What's up?
Noir. Yeah, I see Seth.
You know, yeah, Seth came in,
Yeah.
and Patty came in late. You know, it's okay. We won't,
Yeah. Yeah.
hold it against you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
We won't dock your pay.
yeah, we won't dock your pay. But just remember, you won't hear your name called.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Albin's making sure that name be called.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a sad thing. I think for me, it's a major blow to cord cutters, people trying to slim down their cable satellite costs, because to me it was a very viable thing. I did a video on it, and I thought that it was a great service, that if you were in certain markets, it was great. Tyler, the antenna man that did a video the other day, I was listening, watched his video today, and he was talking about that, talking about this shutdown. And he said, they had the networks all, are taking this to court, and it's supposed to go to a higher court next. But he said the NFL hasn't even chimed in on this yet. And he said, just wait till the damn NFL comes in, or the NBA, because you're broadcasting that stuff. But I look at it like this. So if I watch my local ABC is making money off of me as a viewer. When they look at the numbers, as a viewer, I watched the 6 o'clock news. Okay. So I'm part of that 6 o'clock tally, the amount of people that watch, right?
But is that watching through the cable station, or is that watching through over the air? Or,
they don't. Well, they can't know who's watching over the air,
right?
But they know how many people are watching the through the satellite, and they know how many people's watching the cable TV.
Right.
And I'm thinking, because it's all about marketing. The channel has the local station markets that time slot that, hey, 2 million people are watching us at this time. So our commercials are worth this amount. And when you're using Locast, you're still seeing that ad. You're still seeing the mattress ad or whatever the hell the ad is.
Yeah.
So you're still being hit with the local ad, so the revenue should be there. But I think the local stations are like, you know what? We'd rather the satellite and the cable company have it, because we know how many people are watching through them, and we can pull more money from them, because we can say, hey, this X amount of people are using your satellite service to watch our channel.
Right.
So you need to pay us this. Again, look up Tyler, the antenna man, and he's done some videos on how much money that for redistribution or rebroadcasting rights costs these big companies, your Comcast, your Time Warner, your Spectrum, your DirecTV. You're not talking little. I mean, you're talking millions and millions of dollars to show the local station that is free to everybody that has an antenna outside. It's like, wait a minute, they're making money off of the ad, and that can be for everyone. But if the satellite company shows it, you're gonna have to pay some money for that. So, it's sad. It's sad.
It is.
We'll see what happens with it. I'll definitely be watching it. I'm not sure how many of you guys have used Locast, but I used it on and off, and I was amazed on how clear it was. I mean, I remember when it first started, there was only like 6 markets or 7 markets. It was like LA, New York, Miami. It was like the major cities. And over the years, I've got 2 in this state. We had 2 in this state. And again, hey, what's the luck of the 2 in the state? And I was 1 county outside of it. And I couldn't watch my local news, and it would say, you're outside of the market. Sorry. So streaming lawsuits filed, VPNs targeted. I think that wasn't on my notes, but I thought about that this week, and this is early in the swing on this, and this has to do with MPAA, ACE, whatever groups wanting to be able to say you can't hide behind a VPN. And it's not so much, what's going to end up happening. They're going to use this has to do with national security. That's what they're going to twist that into.
Yeah.
We can't have people behind a VPN because this is national security. They could be a terrorist trying to cause some kind of mass killing. And I know that's why they're behind a VPN. That's what they'll go when they try to go to court with this or go to Washington, D.C. or whatever they'll try to go there. So what they want in this is they want logging of all IP addresses. So a VPN hides your IP, your location, where you log from. So if I use a VPN, basically I say I'm in New York City. All right. I pick a VPN in New York City. It gives me an IP. If I surf the internet or I go wherever on the internet, Real Debrid, whoever, wherever, it says that my IP address is New York City, New York. VPN hide puts me there. What they want, what the Motion Picture Association, ACE, wants is they want a logged where they can pinpoint that I wasn't in New York City, I was in my town. They want those logs. And if you ever look at VPNs, it'll say no logging IP. If you don't know if that's a selling point, it says no logs, no logs. And what that means is they say, hey, I logged on today and I went and I logged in to New York City and I went to whatever website. They're supposed to keep no tracks of what website I went to, that I went through New York, and my home IP. The Motion Picture Association wants a log of that so that they can track it back to that person. And again, they'll use national security as a crutch. But they're working towards that. We're gonna see where this goes. I don't know. The Motion Picture Association has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because you got to think that includes all of your Netflix and your Disney and your Warner Brothers and Paramount. I mean, you're talking a lot of money. So
but the movies are really beginning to suck. So,
Yeah.
see how far this gets them.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough thing. So yeah, look at 619 says all VPN users buy drugs on the dark web. Hey, I'm sure they do, but not. That's probably the smaller number of. And hey, if you watch what was that? What was that show that was on Netflix? I watched it. It had to do with I forgot the name of it. It was that one where they're doing the cryptocurrency. It was a good show, and they had to do with VPNs and buying the dark and buying drugs, selling drugs on the dark web. I can't remember, but sorry, got off it. So yeah, that is one of the things on the radar. I don't know. You write your congressman or stuff like that. I don't know. I do know that that's where they're trying to go.
Or maybe you should just tell your congressman that they're out for his porn sites that he's been watching.
Yeah, they're gonna know. They're gonna know where you've been because they're gonna pull. So yeah, you can use some different browsers that will hide it, but only so. I mean, the thing is that you can do some protection in your home. You can run Pi-hole. You can or run a VPN from your home out to it. There is some things that you can do to hide who you are. A little bit more work than a basic VPN. So VPN, it's sad things. We're gonna have to watch that. I know that I'm not a fan of Torrent Freak because I don't know. I won't go on, but he does tend to really research his stuff. I don't know Torrent Freak. I don't know where he gets. He is paying attention all the time. Oh, here we go. Okay, the 14 eyes. I couldn't remember if it was 8 eyes, 6 eyes, 12, but it's 14 eyes. Yeah, there's another rabbit hole. Get your tinfoil hat if you start reading about that. It's a little scary. Yeah, we've had Michael used to talk about the thing. I'm like, oh lordy, and I mean because it would be, woof, woof. Hey, you read it and it's like
Yeah.
you're almost screwed. I mean, you're
Mhm.
screwed in a way if you're trying to find a VPN outside of that 14 eyes or whatever it
Mhm.
is. If you're following that long, it is hard. It is hard. So, we've talked in the past about cloud gaming. And I honestly, I think in the next 10 years, I think this is the only place you're going to find gaming is on clouds. I think this is where I think you having a CD, you having, when people say, oh, I bought the game and I got the CD or DVD. No, you're not going to have that no more. We already know that
Nope.
you download the content to the device most of the time. Cloud-based gaming is where this is all going. UBsoft,
Mhm.
if you have a Luna Cloud Gaming, that's the Amazon's gaming device. It's a little game pad.
Mhm.
They're going to offer it for $1, normally $15. Now we're not talking little titles. You're talking
Mhm.
Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six,
Wow.
Division 2, all the Far Cries, Assassin's Creed. This is major games that are in part of the Ubisoft subscription base. Folks, when I've talked in the past about be careful of all your subscriptions on your streaming sites, your Netflix, your Hulu's, your Disney Plus, your HBO Plus, your ESPN Plus, your everything, Paramount, Peacock, nickel and dime to death. Cloud gaming is going to become the same thing. Because what if I want to play something outside of the Ubisoft library? And I got to sign up for another subscription.
Yep.
And now they're going to give it to you for $1, but not forever.
Nope.
1 month, and then you get back up to the $15. So I do think that a lot of people need to pay attention to this because if you're a gamer, this is the direction it's going. I mean, you can run these games, Far Cry, on a Fire Stick. A Fire Stick.
Yep.
We're not talking a high-end computer. And to be honest, most of the computers now, the games are getting more and more graphic GPU dependent. And these games are, is anybody bought a graphics card in the last year? I mean,
Hard.
and they're outrageously priced. I mean, you can't find them, number one. And number two, you remember when it used to say retail? Remember it used to say, retail's $500, let's just say. And you would buy it at Best Buy or wherever for $350. Now it says retail $500 and you're buying it for $750, $800 from Best Buy because of the shortage. If you're playing through a cloud, you don't need that fancy graphics card. You don't need it because that processor, that graphics processor and CPU and RAM is all on the cloud.
Yep.
So I think that what we're going to find is everyone thinking, oh, I got to have the best PS5. This, that. Hey, you know what? People are going to be playing these fancy games on a damn Fire Stick.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to get away with it. Now, I think that your first-person shooters are not going to do great on that. I think I think the latency is going to be a problem on those type of games. But if you are going through the missions, I think you'll find that these are going to run great. So, yeah, that's going to be. I think that's something to watch if you're into that type of things. Mandy says I haven't bought a physical game in ages.
Wow.
The kids would destroy the CD. Yeah.
True.
And all right, so 619. Look, he used to play cloud gaming like 10 years ago called the On Live. I used to do it. I mean, used to do a lot of cloud gaming. I remember MSN. Auburn, you remember MSN and Yahoo Games?
Yep.
Remember back in the day, you used to be able to play all that stuff back then. So yeah, and look at Octavia laughing, nickel and dime. Yeah, I had a little tongue twisted.
Always.
I get a little tongue twisted, but yeah, you guys watch these. I mean, this is a great opportunity, but it's just an opportunity if you're looking to try it out. And if you have the Luna, that little gamepad, you can play that on a Fire Stick. You can play it on all that stuff. So great little project for you if you're looking for something. The next topic I was going to bring up was the Xbox. Xbox. All right, is that the right screen for you, Alvin?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I can't read to the top.
Yeah,
Android apps. Yeah.
So, reading through it, I don't know if you guys have the Xbox, but it looks like Xbox might be possibly allowing Android apps to be played in the future. Not now, but it's possible that maybe that they've let it sneak out that they're going to allow Android support. And we already know that Microsoft, what's it, 11? Isn't it 11's the new one?
Windows 11.
Windows
Yeah,
11,
Windows
yeah.
11. October
So,
5th.
Yep, October 5th, Windows 11 is officially released, and it's supposed to support Android, and we're looking at. It does make sense that Microsoft, which is, Microsoft owns Xbox too, that they would add that to the Xbox thing. So it's possible that we may see people being able to load Android applications on your Xbox. Keep in mind, if we know the track history of Microsoft and Xbox, you're not going to be able to sideload no APKs. I mean, they're most likely they're going to have their little store of Android applications they allow, and you'll be able to install those. You won't be able to sideload these items, but Android support for the Xbox, it only makes sense, and it was leaked. If I read through the article, it just showed that there was a placeholder for it, and they weren't sure for this Windows subsystem for Android, and they weren't sure if it meant that that was going to be for the Xbox or if it was somewhat linked into the Windows 11. So, but you can see down here the OS, Windows 10 version 22,000 or higher, or Xbox One. And this is why people said, oh, Xbox One. So possibly going to see Xbox having an Android.
Version is it one running? Do you know?
Huh?
Version of Android. You know what version of Android?
I didn't see it when it doesn't say on this because it's not actually allowed yet. It just gave you the specs for what your Windows device had to have. It's got the 64.
I believe it was saying like under under 7. Stop.
Wait. Wait. Is Albin chopping up for me?
Am I?
Okay. All right. There. Wait. All right. Because I was like losing you.
Oh.
Okay.
All
right. Maybe is your Plex running?
It's always.
Yeah. How many people watching?
How many people on?
How many people watching? Okay. Canuck Gal. Is he lagging or is it just me? He is to me too. Okay. Hey, Albin, you might want to go check your Plex.
That's right now.
Okay, it's getting yeah, I got you there. I got you. You keep freezing.
All
right.
Got 8 people on there right now.
All right, hold on. You in?
I'm here.
You keep breaking up.
I got 8 people.
Yeah. Hey, you got 8 people uploading off you, boss. No wonder you're lagging out. Jesus Lordy. What's Blue say? Jesus, Lord, Joseph, and
Jesus,
Lord, Mary, and Joseph.
I mean,
all right. Hey, Hey, Albin. Albin.
Yeah.
Once you kick some of the MFS offers, then jump back.
That's all. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you kick some of the. Yeah. Hey, there's the benefits of Plex.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, this is looking like it sounds like Max. DeBeat says Auburn's mic kind of giving me a Max Headroom vibe. So yeah, so we may see Windows or we may see Xbox getting support to the Android APKs, which I think sounds pretty cool. I think that's a neat idea. We'll see. It only makes sense to me. I mean, when we're looking at some of the that Windows is going there. One of the other topics is Nvidia Shield is not going to get Android 10. It was going to skip Android 10. It's going to skip Android 10 and go wait for Android 11. It said that due to not enough new stuff going to be on 10. So not enough new shit worth messing with for 10 for Nvidia Shield. They said we'll wait for 11. We're gonna skip this one. We'll wait. It's kind of like your Windows ME. They said, you know what? We're gonna wait. There ain't enough new here. We're gonna wait for the next bus, and we'll catch that one. So nothing from Android 10 gonna make its way to Android to the Shield's interface and all their back end. They're going to just wait on it. So if you're looking at waiting for this big Android 10 update from Nvidia, you will not get it. It's not going to happen. So that's that. Let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at over here. There's Crazy Canuck. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Yeah, and she gives me with her Canadian. See, it must be a Canadian thing. I'd never heard about that until a Canadian told me about it. I never heard about it. Okay, so
it's not a Canadian thing.
Oh, isn't?
It's an Irish. It's more of an Irish thing.
Well, they got a lot of Irish up there, so it makes sense.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, in certain areas. So, all right, Auburn, you back? You cleared up. You cleared some room on some bandwidth.
I cleared some people out. You know.
I mean, come on. Look,
and now I'm getting phone
he's getting a call saying, "Is your Plex down?"
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm not there.
This is what you get by being a nice friend. This is what you get.
I know.
You know? He's like, hey, do you want my Plex? You can jump on. And they're like, hey, I was just in the middle of watching blah, 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 and all of a sudden it ain't working no more. Play. Auburn, is it down? What you do is, hey, send them a text and say, sorry, my internet's down.
And the thing is, I typed in a message to them that, I'm doing something.
Yeah. Catch me later.
Oh, well. Yep.
Right. So Paul says, yes, he agrees with me. It is an Irish thing. So. And Mandy says we politely curse unless you've been in the after show with Mandy and she don't swear so politely. So you're down for service. You're down for maintenance. You're down for maintenance.
Down for maintenance.
Yeah, got maintenance. So hey DJ, thanks for coming on the show, bud. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Todd. How are you? How are you, Robin?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm going to just jump on and see whether he's got down for maintenance on Marplex.
Yeah, that's the only reason he came on. He's like, wait a minute, I was just watching a movie. DJ's like, I was just watching something.
No, I wasn't.
No, he wasn't on it.
No, I weren't on. I'm good now.
So, hey, I'm going to tell you guys, I do try to talk about different subjects that are important to me, that I find interesting. In retro gaming, I've talked numerous times about retro gaming. I've talked about the Raspberry Pi. I've had Franco with RetroX on the show numerous times because I love RetroX for my Nvidia Shield as running my ROMs. Beautiful job. I've talked about the Raspberry Pi. I had V-Man on twice where we talked about images and running ROMs and all kinds of stuff off the Raspberry Pi. I love all that old style gaming, that fun stuff. And I have found my new crack that I got to get one. I got to get something like this. All right, so
one of them pinball
so
machines.
yes, and
Yeah,
and
I've seen them, and they look awesome because they actually can play retro games on them as well.
yes,
It's not just a pinball machine.
yes, I'm here, folks.
Wait, is there an attachment for a joystick then?
Yes.
Okay.
If you could play-
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Now, right now at Games. Now, at Games, to be honest, has usually been considered a lower grade quality product in the past. The people you would see, if you read forums, they were always bad mouthing these guys. Again, I didn't have any of their equipment. I didn't have any of their devices or anything like that. But I'd always read bad things about some of their devices. And this was years back. And I'd always read, and it was like they would always people would make light of it, that it was junk. Well, hold on a second. Todd's mate from England. Welcome. So, hold on a second. Let's thank you for joining Noir. So what you're able to do with this is AtGames has been up in their game. You can get whole systems. You can get different things. Now, they have jumped into the realm of virtual pinball machines. Now, these are 90% the size of a real pinball machine, not a little bitty thing. It's bigger than the 1-ups. Now, we know Arcade 1-up is jumped into this realm last year. They jumped in with the Star Wars and the Marvel virtual pinball machines. They're a little bit smaller, a 24-inch screen. This comes with like a 32-inch screen. So this play field is basically a TV monitor. And then you have an LCD screen up at the top. All right, if with the deal that they're running now, normally the machine itself is $750 for the machine. Then this new gamepad is normally $200. Now, right now, because it is their anniversary, the autumn anniversary or something that they have like that, they have it for 3 days. They're offering it for $300 or $800. Excuse me. Comes with the machine, comes with the gamepad. This gamepad, you see where this Legends pinball is right down here?
Yeah.
That gamepad fits right in that slot. In there? You cool. Just remove that slot. You put in the gamepad, plug in like 2 or 3 wires, which are simple, like USB type plugs. Plug in, you're done. This also comes with 133, or no, excuse me. You got 22 built-in Gottlob tables, as well as the Zachariah tables. So you end up with, it says 127 tables that you're able to play. Now, as you said, you also get the control pad. So AtGames offers you cloud-based, or you can download the games through some of their system, through a subscription type thing. Or you can actually install your own ROMs and play it. You can look up some of the AtGames things where you download. It's called Bring Your Own Games. Mm-hmm. It's like BYOG, Bring Your Own Games. You run the games off of a flash drive, and you would play the arcade game on this screen down here. Okay.
I believe you actually plug the flash drive in the back of the actual top monitor.
Well, this one has, now the pinball machine, I can't zoom in on it. Right up here underneath the speakers, there's an HDMI and I think 1 or 2 USB ports on this. It's right there.
I've seen them, Todd, but I've actually seen them where they've been actually on the back of that top monitor. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that top monitor is just, when you on the pinball, it just shows your score. That top monitor.
No.
Let's see. Let me show you.
It's probably the same one that I've actually seen. Yeah, YouTube. Okay, that's where I've seen it.
So all right. Hold on a second. All right. This is one of the guys, Digital Victory. I'm trying to get him to come on the show. Hopefully, I can hook him. He'll come on the show. Now, this is an option. Now, this is not part of the 127 games that you get to play. This is running off of a PC, and this is like, let's call it an added game. You're basically using this this monitor. The pinball machine is your monitor, and it's running off the PC. You can see the wires right up here.
Yeah.
You can see the HDMI and the USB, and he's got a little flash drive right here underneath the little dinosaur. You can see them plugged in right there. I can't zoom in. But let me just show. I'm going to run through this. This is the Star Wars, and I posted this in Streaming Matters group. I'm going to let you watch it. I'm going to mute it. But
Furballs, hate them. Furballs, cough them up.
It blows my mind. This game blows my mind. So on this, he's going through and explaining. Now you can see, hold on, I'm going to pause this. You see the wires over here to the left. You can see those are the wires coming from the PC into the arcade, the AtGames pinball machine. Oops, up. All right, let's try that again. All right, there we go. Now, everything you see on the board is virtual. This is not your, this is this is a screen.
One screen.
It's a screen. And you can see the backsplash. You can see it back here. You can see the black backsplash, and it runs movies and movie clips. This will play clips from the movie. This is actually a free game. From what I read, it's a free game, but you have to download all the different PDF files, and there's different files you download to run them on the PC, and it runs on here. So let me fast forward, and let me see if I can get. All right, there we go. All right, so now you can see the actual the ball bouncing around, and you're going to see TIE fighters flying. You're going to see, well, he lost the ball. All right, you got your lightsabers. You got a red one on the right, a blue one
on the left.
Yep. And during it, look up at the top screen. You can actually see like video clips running from the movie. And I have it muted so I don't get in trouble. But you can hear clips from the movie actually playing. And I mean, I'm sorry, this is my nerd showing, but this is beyond. I mean, I'm a retro gamer. And I'm like, can you imagine you having this pinball machine in your house and you're able to blue.
I'm just saying,
she was gonna come.
I just wanted to pop on to say that's definitely going in our man cave. I'm gonna eat dinner, so I'm just gonna turn off my mic and camera right now.
Okay, all right.
Did you know, Blue? Did you know that they made a Lord of the Rings game too?
Well, I'll be all over that one. I'll tell you that.
So
that's Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, and I've got one. I'm trying to go through this. I'm gonna try to get to where he explains this, and I'm trying to get Edward to come on the show. We just got to work out the time when he's able to come off of not be at work. Let's see. I'm trying to get with the lightsabers. The lightsabers like cross each other at the beginning of the game. Whoa! There we go. Now let's see. Watch this. Watch this. Like TIE fighter comes flying across and gets blasted. I mean,
yeah, that's cool.
I mean, I'm thinking, am I watching a movie or a video game, or is this pinball? Just super, super, super cool. You've got numerous things like that. This is his channel, you guys. If you want to check into this, I mean, look, he's got different pinball machines that he's looked at. Some of these are phenomenal. I had this video here. This is the guy that made it. I've actually sent him a message to see if I can get him to come on the show. And you can see the animation that is just mind-boggling. That I'm just thinking, if you have this mug in your house and you start playing this, people are going to be like, "What?" I mean, it's just this Freddy Krueger one. It had Freddy Krueger, and you have to go in. You're either in a nightmare or you're awake, and you got to try to power up. And that means you have to hit certain things while you're awake, and when you're asleep, you got to do. I mean, it is something else. So, all right. So sorry, you guys, but AtGames Legend Pinball. Sorry, nerd showing, but I'm gonna tell you, this is. Do some research. again, one Arcade 1-Up has 2 machines. One is a Marvel machine and one's a Star Wars machine. You have 6 tables or 7 tables per machine, and that's it. What's the Marvel is going to have those machines. You're going to have the Star Wars is going to have those machines. This gives you the option of being able to have hundreds of tables, and just something. I mean, to me, I'm thinking, wow, can I imagine? And nudging and watch some videos. And the more I watch, the more I'm like, oh, no, I got to have that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start a PayPal. We're going to start a little, we're going to do donations. We're going to start donations for Dabs. Donations for Dabs. We're going to start getting his first pinball machine.
Oh my God. How funny is that? No, my house didn't get knocked down by a hurricane. I just want a pinball machine.
So yeah.
So we're paying for your server.
I don't care about the server. I don't care about the server. We need to pay for Albin's server. That's what we need to pay for.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
And his beard trim up. He needs one.
Okay. I'll work on that.
It still looks like a face mask. Every time I see you, I think your face mask on. It's like confuses me. I think I'll take it off now.
I like 619 says pool table is too heavy. And the thing about these aren't super heavy, but you can also nudge them, like virtually nudge them, or they have nudge buttons. They have two. If you look on the sides, they have nudge buttons, and you can nudge it. It has downloadable games. But you can, like I said, you can put your own ROMs in there. But they're running a special right now until Labor Day. Well, Monday. There's all kinds of stuff. I will put the link in the show details to some of their items that they have. I mean, they have numerous items on sale. If you want, here's one of their 2-player boards like that one I have. That's like, but you can actually play the games from this. You don't need a Raspberry Pi. They had that. If you wanted a full machine, they have the full machine. This Legends Ultimate, $750. Now people say $750 is outrageous. Take a look at how much one of these cabinets costs you if you tried to build your own or make your own. They're ludicrous. I mean, and you're talking, this is a 2-player one,
especially the price of wood right now.
Oh yeah. So I mean, they are offering a lot of specials. So if you're concerned, or if you want to get into possibly these kind of gaming stuff, this would be a good weekend.
$150 doesn't even pay my rent for the month.
Huh? What? Your rent?
Rent's only $50.
$750.
Oh, server.
Oh.
I swear I'm
700. So, all right. Well, that's all my nerding. Sorry, I just had you got a little. I got But again, I like to show you guys things that are interesting. That's not just streaming, it's not just movies. But definitely, you want to get your nerd. Hey, if it wasn't for Blue, Dabs was like about this close the other day. I was like,
but you better get that before you get down there, because look at what it is Canadian.
If it wasn't for Blue, are you blaming me for you not getting a pinball machine?
Oh, I'm not blaming.
No.
I'm saying you should get it before you get up there.
No, I said that I'm saying that Dabs was like, close, and Blue's like, you need to think about this. You're gonna be moving. We'll get it down the road. And I'm like, trying to be smart about it.
We do a bunch of money going out the door there just to move them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that is true. But
I'm thinking, I could get it and just not unpack it, and then that'd be easy to. It's easy to move. It's just like 2 boxes.
You know what, babe? You do whatever you want. Because I'll be happy when you do unpack it here anyway.
I know you would. I know you'd be like, I wasn't very happy with it until I got to see it.
How much did I bug the crap out of you to get the Oculus? I kept saying he had like $300 in like Costco money. I'm like, get the Oculus. What are you doing? And did he? No.
And then
That's all.
now they're sold out.
Now they're sold out.
Now they're sold out. Yeah. Let's see. Look at, we have a 10-cent bottle return here in Michigan. We could collect some bottles and send you the proceeds. Thank you, Paul. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it is really, I mean, again, if you guys do some research, if you're like me, a little bit like that nerdy kind of stuff. And I was never a pinball guy. I mean, were any of you guys pinball people? I mean,
a little bit. The only reason why was because, like, you know, I remember as a kid going to school and we would hang out during class. We'd cut out of class and we'd go to the little Korean shop because the guy in the Korean shop, he always had a bunch of games in the back. And he put up a curtain so you could cut school and you could go back there and play before they come in and try to raid the place and find you. But he did have a couple pinball machines back there too. So whenever all the games were taken up, we, you know,
so really, you only played pinball because you had to.
Yeah, but I still like pinball.
I know.
You know,
I mean, I'm with you. I was always
it was there before the video games. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it was.
You remember, like back in like 73, 74. That's all we had. You know what I mean? No matter where you went, there was a pinball machine. You know.
End of the day, pinballs. It's a skill. You
yes.
gotta know when to like, release that lever. It's not just like luck and like you're not playing a computer game.
No.
Right.
It's the timing of when to like ping that lever.
But did you know, and I didn't know it until I watched some of these videos, and I was watching Edward do his videos. I didn't realize that there is certain orders to do certain things. Like you got to knock all these targets down.
Yeah.
Once all them targets are down, now you can go and do this.
Next thing,
and then it's like, I always just thought, hey, just don't let the ball go down the middle.
No.
You know, that's like, and one of the guys I work with was like, no, to get good scores, there's progressions that you need to make in pinball. Boom, boom, boom. Now that you've unlocked these, now do this. And when I watch these.
Todd, when we first started playing this game, there was no electronics like plugged into it. It's like elastic band on a lever, and you ping the little marble.
Yeah.
And try and get into a hole. But now it's all skill involved, and you get bonuses. You got to knock down the first row of that to unlock hyper mode. Then you shoot it up a tunnel, and it goes into like mega mode. Then like you start doubling your scores up, and that's how it all wins now. But yeah, it's just no fun in that.
I mean, I remember. I thought when we first started playing pinball, it was 5 balls, and then it went to 3. But maybe I'm mistaken. I thought it was 5.
I remember 5. I remember some games with 5. You know, that people started getting so good. That's when they just say, "Oh no, we're upping this. They're spending too much time here, but not enough money."
Right, you know? and again, that's the idea of it. Is that it's like a slot machine. You want them to play so long, but not too long.
Yeah.
What was that? Pinbot, I think the name of the pinball machine that was electronic, or it was older. It was called Pinbot, and I remember it would like had like this thing that would open up once you. It's like
you
a robot.
Going back to the ones where it was actually a lever sprung like handle. Do you remember like you put your coin in and you pulled the lever back on that sprung loaded?
Yeah. The plunger. Yeah, the plunger.
Bruised your hand most of the time.
Well, that's if you did like the, some guys, the guys that thought they were cool, they'd like hit it with the palm, but you had to be careful. You tilt the damn machine.
Yeah.
Look at, we had other people that were good at tilt machines because sometimes they get a little.
And I always had drilled out quarters with string, and I'd be
that sounds like someone from New York.
Hey, of course, shit.
That sounds.
We were gonna spend that kind of money in there.
Wait, that kind of money? You spent one quarter.
Don't incriminate yourself right now.
It's too late to find me now. It really is. Those arcades are long gone.
Where's that 10-year-old kid? I know he's in here.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, listen. You can only afford so much back then, and then and then forget it when they started making games 50 cents. I don't know how hell some of these kids played them at $1 now.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Blue and I went to an arcade down in Raleigh. We went to an arcade. And some of them were $1 to play a pinball machine. I was like,
ridiculous.
What the hell, $1? I ain't got money like that.
Right?
I'd be like, honey, no, we're playing the next one. Move along.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the?
I don't know about you. Do you remember like you used to go like to the fairgrounds, whatever? Like you used to like go and like knock a coconut off a peg. You used to
Yep.
like the massive cuddly toy, like you give someone you didn't like, but nowadays you have to like spend like $50 now to try and win anything because all the machines, all the the grab machines where you put a coin in, you go and grab.
Yep. Little grab, little claw.
Yeah, it's not on skill name or it's all like on when the machine wants to pay out like a any free. Yeah, it's all like fixed and it's taking all the fun out of it. I'll take my kids down to the seaside, like down to where it all happens, and it's just not enjoyable, and there's just no pleasure.
But like I think it's in China, they have those claw machines for everything, and I've watched videos on that no matter what it is, they always have these claw machines to get whatever you're looking for. It's pretty funny.
Like cell phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
I want here's a Samsung S21. You there, Blue?
Yep.
Blue.
Oh, here's one 1980 Kiss Destroyer pinball machine. I do remember the Kiss.
I remember that.
I do remember that pinball machine.
So do I.
Because it had the band up there, and then
the band was up on top. Yep.
Yeah, I remember it up there.
I remember that
At
one.
the back of our favorite bar, there was a Ted Nugent pinball machine.
I mean, there was everybody had all the big people had a pinball machine. Their own brand pinball machine. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And if to be honest, folks, when you think, oh, pinball machine, that's stupid, go look up to buy a real pinball machine. Go just when you think, all right, $700 for a virtual one, that's crazy. Go look up a real one. Yeah. Go look up. You ain't gonna get a brand new one. That's just not gonna happen. Let's say you go get one that's just 5 or 6 years old. Go take a look at it. You're gonna drop $3, $4, $10,000 on it.
Because the money they make.
Yeah, well,
they make incredible money.
They make a lot of money.
You can pay to use them.
But there is all the electronics that go into those things, and when they break, when something breaks in a pinball machine, it's not cheap to fix those solenoids and the bumpers and the targets. I was watching. There was a video game or show that had video game repair, like restorations.
Yeah.
And I mean, people were spending, $2,000 refitting a pinball machine just to refit it. It's a couple $1,000. And it's like, oh yeah, we repainted and we put new bumpers. I'm like, damn, on top of the cost of the machine. So yeah, it's crazy. Haley's Comet was the beach says Haley's Comet was his pinball machine. I don't remember that one.
I do.
Yeah,
I remember Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet as 1983,
4,
6. Was it 4? No, I'm not going to argue with you.
No,
4 or 6.
He doesn't sound like he knows either. He's
guessing. I'm not sure, but I thought it was early 80s.
Yeah, you used to probably like collecting your pension like when it happened, so you must.
Man, Lizzie be nut.
Todd was like 3 behind you in the queue. Going, oh, fucking come on, Alvin, hurry up. Let's play our pass tonight. No, it's Wednesday.
Lordy. So yeah, good times. I will put the links to those guys' YouTube channels. Please, I'm hoping that they'll come on the show. And I want them to come on because they can explain it better than me. I know that I probably didn't do a great job explaining because I didn't break it all down, but
doesn't matter. You let us know that it's available.
Yeah, and
that's the first part.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're getting one.
Yeah, and if we can get those guys to come on that know about this stuff and to actually to explain how this all works, and then that would just make us want to have it more. Hey, I wanted to go on another bit of news, and this is a bit of news that came up, and I posted it in some of my stuff. Gears TV is looking at 240 months in jail, and if anybody, and he's getting hit with copyright infringement, redistribution of content, and tax evasion. Now, who would have thought that he would have got that the tax man would have got him when he did a YouTube channel buying Lamborghinis and Bugattis, and he's buying a Porsche, and he's buying a Charger or a Challenger on live YouTube, and he's just like, I'm buying this car, buying that car, and not thinking that the IRS is like, I wonder how you're making that money. And let's look up your name. Oh, guess what? Yeah, we don't show no income.
Yeah, it looks like you're unemployed.
Yeah. I'm not sure how you're.
Yeah, their first go-to is probably drugs. Is he selling drugs?
Yep. And they tracked it down. So, yeah, I saw, Gears TV, which is Omar. Anybody that knows me, remembers me back in the day. I know Omar. I was with Omar back in Target back in the Husham days. Him and I had our bumps against each other. But back in the Husham day. He was always about making money. Target was always about making money. He told me that. He says, because he told me back then that Cody everything would cost in Cody. He told me, he says, you just watch. It ain't gonna long and everything's gonna cost in Cody. I'm like, I don't think so. It's for free. And I was always about free. And he saw IPTV Stalker when he jumped into that realm, that little mix, and he jumped into Stalker. And that was when he got into it. Then he got in with Dexter, and then the ball rolled from there. And he went from there and got his own thing going. And Gears TV took off. I mean, reported that they confiscated $5.2 million out of his bank account or something. And I think that Blue, I think you wrote in one of our groups that shows how much money that some of these IPTVs are making, which his was very popular. It was a popular service. I'm sure it was great. I never used it, but I'm just saying there was a lot of money to be made, and now he's looking at big time.
I've been with one for the last 6 years now in the UK. Same one.
Yeah. So do you have $5.6 million?
No, I don't pay for it.
He's just using it. No, but yeah.
No, but the guy doesn't. That's his living. He says IPTV. He's buying fancy cars. He's buying fancy clothes, fancy holidays, and all he's doing is sitting at home just selling subs.
Yeah.
The smartest thing to do with that is to hit and run, though. Eventually, you got to pull out because sooner or later they're coming for you.
Yeah,
you gotta. I saw this week. I think 5 IPTVs got taken down this week.
Yep.
Wow.
Numerous of them are being taken down. If they're not,
don't just grab people's money and run. That's not what I mean when I say hit and run, though. I mean, let them know that you know what, it's only going to be available for the next 4 months or whatever, and you can only get this.
I've been the same guy. I've been the same guy for 7 years, so I know it's trustworthy, but it doesn't do US content, so I won't promote it to anyone.
Yeah.
So
that's. I mean, Blue's right about this. It's what happens when you're making that money. You're making that money, and just to pull out by saying, you know what, I've made enough. I gotta stop. And it's like, no, I'll make it. I gotta keep making it. I got to keep making it. And they just, because
eventually they'll all end up in jail. Eventually.
Yeah, because your greed gets you.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at how many vehicles the man had, I mean, and they went through.
He was just ridiculous flaunting all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you're going to be an IPTV person, then you need to stay quiet as hell.
This guy I bought some new shorts today. Only £500. That's for about $460 for a pair of shorts. You what?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, you're a boss.
Why?
Man. It's scary to think.
Pounds can buy you lots of things.
Yeah. So it's.
How will you pay that amount of money for a pinball machine?
That's right. If 2 pairs is short, we'll have the whole 9 yard system, even with the joysticks. For 2 pairs.
We're gonna have a pretty cool man cave, honey.
Yeah. 619 says, do you know Kim.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're still trying to get him out of New Zealand. because he's in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken.
I talked to him a couple times back in the day.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget what was on. But yeah. Man, that was Mega Upload was so good back in the day. Like that was the go-to.
Yeah.
That was the complete go-to.
Yeah, that was back at the beginning of cloud storage.
Yeah.
There's new go-to now.
TOWD. So it's kind of crazy to see people going down. It's so weird when I look at how many people I know that been in this circle that got caught up in the money circle, the money part.
I knew somebody who was smart enough to get out.
Yeah, and somebody, if you got to do it. I mean, Dexter got out, I think, as far as I know. Remember, he grew and grew, and then he just said, "I'm done." As far as I know, I wasn't talking to him at the time, so it's a wild ride, and if you know.
Well, and legislation's getting harsher and harsher, and it's going to be where it's going to be impossible unless you're a super low profile.
Yeah, you got to be if you're going to do some services or doing something, it's. And I think I used the analogy way back when. I can sell more drugs if I'm at a busy corner saying, "Hey, I got drugs. I could sell more. As lots of cars coming by, I sell. Hey, everybody wants it because I'm right there on the corner. But I'm going to get caught pretty quickly because I'm right there on the corner waving. Yeah. If I'm on a back street where there's not a lot of traffic, I'm going to sell it at a regular clip, but I'm not going to have that massive influx of people. But it's going to take longer before I'm caught.
Yeah, it's like those people that were selling boxes with fully loaded Cody on it and advertising never pay for Sky again, and it was like a mall.
Oh yeah, they had it on the front of the store. Never.
Yeah.
Forget Sky.
Again. Wondering why they got caught. Like holy crap, stupid.
Oh, see, look at Mandy knows where I'm talking about. Mandy was in that circle.
Dexter with a shit show.
Mandy.
Yeah, she was in that circle. I'm telling you back. Hey, it's just crazy, y'all. When I think back then again, back in Husham when he started his live shows and all these people got together, and I look at a bunch of those people and I'm like, busted. I don't know where the hell he went. It's like it's like Husham and me are, and well, Demi doesn't. I mean, Demi never went and got in trouble. He was in that circle. He once he had his kids, he kind of just quit making. He makes a few videos. Husham still makes his videos. I do videos, but everybody else that was all in those little circles, Area 51. You guys remember? You know that service got shut down. That was one of the people that was in the circle. I mean, you can go down the lines. Like, I guess it was easy money, and they all jumped on that train. And I mean, Area 51, he got busted 3 times, I think.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and he just could change the name, and now he's in trouble with. Now they're trying to get him with the last one, and they're looking to get millions from him.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the beach. He's trying to suck up.
Yeah.
Look, he's trying to suck up. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I am. And actually, I was about the only one that would try to keep us on Cody. I would be like, all right, what happened on Cody? Let's talk about that. And they'd be like, no, let's talk about what Target had for dinner.
Oh, my God.
And Target would be like, what am I having tonight? Oh, I'm at a Philly cheesesteak or something. I don't know. It'd be.
Do you remember how insulted Husham was when I told him I've never watched his show and I never would?
Yeah. He was. That's because he wanted you to come on. You were part of Phoenix back then, and I wanted you on my show, and you stood me up twice. But not to mention drop that. But yeah, you were like, no, I never watched your show, and you said that to him, and he got upset. But yeah,
he got so upset he left the chat group we were in. I'm like, holy Jesus, get a little spine there.
I know you started with Husham and that, but I've never been a fan of his.
Yeah.
I saw some stuff of his, but you gotta love him or hate him, and I didn't take to him, so
I didn't hate him or anything like that. I
don't say I hate him. I didn't take to him.
I don't waste my time.
I didn't agree with him.
You know what? If I'm being honest, I don't watch anybody's YouTube shows.
Not even mine.
No, not even cards. I just don't. I'm busy doing other stuff usually. So it's like, I mean, I've watched. That's not true. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos about Cody, but it was more about like how to do this skinning wise, or how to using Photoshop to get better background pictures. Like for stuff like that. But to watch a guy talk about this is the best build ever for an hour and a half, yeah, no.
Yeah.
The mashup days.
Mashup.
Yeah.
You're going back some now. Mashup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was a nice kid.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've hey Stuart, what's up, bud? Yeah, it's and well, we go all right. So hey, the beach made me think about Solo Man and his buddy. Who is Solo Man's buddy? Touchstone. Both are in Touchstone. Is in trouble because he's in trouble with about the IPTV stuff. I mean, it's like, oh my God.
Shocker. I mean, when your first friend goes down, that's usually a sign. That's usually a sign. But no. Let's see how much more I can get. Let's see how many more months in jail I can get.
The show should be called Retired Streaming Matters.
Is there not a movie company called Touchstone as well? So why call yourself Touchstone? I'm sure there is. There's a movie.
No, it's a movie production.
You got Lion Gate, you got Touchstone, you got there is Touchstone, isn't there?
Yeah, but
Touchstone
production.
That's just drawing attention to yourself. Touchstone movies.
Yeah, that was Touchstone. Wasn't that Touchstone?
It was Touchstone.
Yeah, not Tone.
Production.
So yeah, it's and I mean, and I'm not. I've spoke to all those people. I can't. Other than Target was the only person I really had a falling out with. But other than that, I mean, all the rest of people I never had a falling out with. I just didn't feel for me that was a path that I wanted to go down. It was not that because I told them that's not what I'm in it for. I wasn't that
before, and you're like, no, thanks. But
that wasn't me. That's not what I'm about. Yeah. And they're like, and it's like, I don't know. I guess and you could see how maybe people in certain. We talked about this on Pop. Player Pass at times when we've watched some movies about how people get caught up in the world of drugs. And you're like, well, these people in their environment, there's the only one way out. And it's like, all right, so you can sell drugs, you can make money, it's easy to make and easy. And next thing you know, it's like, well, then how did they get caught up into shooting somebody? And how did they get caught up ended up in jail and this and that? It's like, well, they were just trying to make ends meet. It's like seems small at first and then it just
spiral.
Gather speed. Next thing you know, you're shooting up, a house.
Yeah. So. IPTV. First, you start out, your friends and family have it. Next thing you know, you got 1 million people on it, and you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and
and posting it on YouTube.
Yeah, so you never know.
My God,
I don't know. It's just a sad, but then I'm like. I don't know. You brought it on yourself in a lot of ways. So I'll take my simple life.
It's like whining about being hungover when you drank the night before. Sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you. You're hungover. It's self-induced. You got the flu. That's different. But hungover.
Yeah.
You chose. Coming from here.
Yeah, you chose to. Yeah, it's like that's a perfect example. You've chose to get that. So
revoke the certificate.
What was that? Drunky McDrunky Pants?
I said revoke the certificate.
I can't understand him.
He revoked the certificate.
Yeah, yes, you revoke it, so the marriage is null.
Oh, null and void? It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I can get out. All right. So let's see. Go. DJ. We haven't given you a chance to talk, but sorry. Went on my rants. DJ is DJ. Yeah, there he is.
I'm here.
I'm just
being quiet, listening away.
He just had a nap there while listening to that.
Let you lot take the floor.
So
I weren't far off of doing a Funster's dog.
And again, another after show exclusive.
Definitely.
After show exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
And I post that again. People are like, well, do you have a record of that where I can know?
Nope.
If you're on the after show, you're on the after show, and some of the stuff.
Yep.
Right.
It's
all good fun on the after show.
Yeah,
it's where I can be more candid and not get in trouble.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not candid on this show?
Not 100%. There are a few people in the world that I would cuss fuck out on here, but I don't.
That's true. She does.
Yeah, because I ain't got time to hear rumors of what they say about me in their stupid tiny little groups.
Yeah. Look at Blind says didn't even realize DJ was there.
Hey, I didn't.
DJ said I didn't even know if I was here.
He's always lurking.
Yep.
Or DJ, I'm going to hit you up soon, because I need a favour.
Yeah. Just hit me up in Telegram. You know where I am.
Always a favor.
I know where you are. I know where you live. I know where your cat is as well.
Did you guys see the news today where they were talking about China banning unmanly looking people, like media people? Did you see that today? They're talking about basically having a ban on any men looking unmasculine, like basically pretty boys. But the funny thing is aren't they the people that the boy bands?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That all of them look,
they all look like women. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but apparently now that's not cool anymore, I guess. Thought that was pretty like pot kettle there. All the boy bands are pretty.
Wait, no, they come from Korea. I thought they came from Korea.
I think it's China.
Okay. All right. Well,
I
don't know.
Well, now you got me second guessing.
You're talking about a boy band from Korea.
BTS or whatever. Where are they from?
Korea.
Yeah, BTS.
South Korea.
Yeah. Maybe it isn't China then. Maybe China's just poking Korea right now and going, "Hey, we're not having it." But do they have any famous boy bands? China?
Do they have any famous people?
I think they do have a famous boy band, but I can't remember what it's called.
BTS have smashed every world record for a boy band.
That's it, BTS.
They're from China?
I'm sorry, blindsided, but Jackie Chan, pretty manly looking.
I'm sure they're from China.
My kids are into it. It's like, what the fuck's that shit?
I did. There was something else on the news about China as well. They've
some fucking Bob Marley back on or something.
They're banning people playing in these game shops, stopping them from playing between a certain time at night, playing computer games.
Wow.
Just be thankful that we live where we live.
And they were banning them at the weekend as well, so they couldn't actually play. And they were limited them to like 3 hours a day or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, and see, at least in my country, abortion isn't illegal, boys.
What isn't illegal?
Abortion.
Oh.
Good old Texas. Good old Texas coming through for the win. Oh my God.
That's why you love guns, isn't it?
I'm not sure why an old men should be deciding the fate of women's wombs. That blows my frickin' mind. Blows my mind. Fuck off.
Yeah. Hey, I did see. Did you see? I saw a meme today that had "Welcome to Texas" and it had the Handmaid's wife thing on there. Oh my gosh! You had the Handmaid's Tale, like and anybody that's watched that show is a good show. So, I'll be honest, it's a great show, but it's a bit scary to see how things can change and how certain people take control of certain things and how
exactly.
Yeah. Hey, so I looked up your thing. China bans men it sees as not masculine enough for TV. So you can't be on TV. So you got to have a mustache to be on TV.
But it's funny because if you take a look,
I could go on China TV.
Hey, Ovid, is this a good enough mustache?
Yeah, it is a bit like that, isn't it?
We were just talking about the Suicide Squad, and when King Shark was trying to go incognito, and he's like, "Hey, I'll just wear a mustache." And he put the fin over his lip.
his fin.
Oh, can I just ask? Is the new Suicide Squad worth watching?
I loved it.
We gave it a thumbs up.
Don't. Yeah. All right.
We gave it a thumbs up. The show gave it a thumbs up for everybody that watched the show. I mean, everybody was pretty much
everyone. Yeah,
voted for play.
Going expecting it to be ridiculous.
I don't watch much, as you know. I don't watch much, but
just
go in with. I saw a trailer for it. I thought that was good.
Just go with an open mind and an open eyes, and just to have fun and watch it.
Yeah, expect it to be ridiculous, and you won't be disappointed.
That's just like going to Tesco.
Yes,
pretty much.
And that's Walmart, like in the U.S.
Yeah, just like how they like.
Isn't that Asda?
Don't get your hopes up. You might come out of a bargain though.
Yeah, you're going to be let down.
You probably are right there, Blue. It probably is Asda and Walmart that are linked.
Yeah, but I'm saying that when you go to Walmart, you never know what you can see there.
Oh God, you can see people post all the time.
Owned by the same people, but they just sold out to Chinese people or something.
Yeah, I was saying that if you take a Chinese man and woman and you put them side by side and figure them without any hair, they all look the same.
Oh my God, that's racist.
It's true. Next time you look, there was I gotta find the picture from years back that they had like this family of like 12 people, and all of them looked the same, and you couldn't tell what was male and what was female.
You know what's funny is my boss.
My community strike right there.
My boss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Coming from a black man.
Coming from a black. How can they do that?
My boss and all his siblings. He's got 2 sisters. They look identical. So if you just changed their hair on each of them, short hair, they would be identical. You wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry we went down this rabbit hole.
I'm sorry.
This rabbit hole getting deep. I'm sorry, y'all. I can see we've went off the rails.
Wow.
No, but I mean, you saw something that looked like that. See, I've always had a thing for Japanese men.
That's why she picked me.
Why? Because they're short.
I guess.
I just find a lot of them.
Thank you.
I find a lot of them handsome. I don't know. I mean, the dude, what's his name there? He was in Inception, and he was in The Last Samurai. I can't remember his name right now. He was in
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo. No, what? Actually, the dude Fast and Furious there? He's handsome.
Yeah, you like him.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
He can drift around my bed.
The dude who was in Scorpion that died in the very beginning, he's handsome.
Oh my gosh! Look at Paul. Look at Paul. Says, you know how people in some chats can like try to change the subject to help you out. Paul says, "Let me help you with that. We're making still water."
Sorry for speaking my mind, Todd.
Baby, I love you. No, I'm just kidding.
I love you too. You're
in my English accent, ready?
I know. Huh?
And welcome back to Streaming Matters series.
Like, subscribe.
What number? What number are we?
143.
Jesus.
Series 143 or episode 143?
143.
Yeah.
143.
143 weeks.
And welcome back to episode.
And that's the skipping weeks and stuff at a time.
Streaming Matters with our good friends from across the pond. The Butcher and Blue. She's like quite short. She can like barely clean above skirting board levels.
What?
But she's a nice girl though.
Her feet do swing at a chair. They do.
Yeah. I'm short. What? It's cute.
What?
I was like 6 feet tall.
You got to swing in a chair.
Well, it depends on the height of the chair, but 9 times out of 10, yeah, my feet will swing.
I've seen them online, but that's on them adult like sites.
That's called friends only or fans only. That's another channel we have going on. Check out my Cocoscope. I have links to it. So okay. Lordy. All right, so we got that. Hey, I'm sorry. We have gone way off. I don't know where we've gone.
I don't even know where we're at right now.
I got my notes. I'm like,
oh yeah, you know
nowhere
what?
on my notes.
You know what, Huddy? You're welcome.
I know it, baby. Oh my gosh.
Just spicing up the end of the show for you.
Look at Soheil says Iron Maiden new album out today.
Oh my god. Hey, ABBA's coming out with new music for all you people that are going to curse me out in the side chat.
How much they getting paid to do that together?
No idea. And there's no way it'll measure up.
No.
ABBA?
Yeah, because the thing about it is, it's like for me, and I think most people, is that it's you always associate music with the time of your life, right? So it was like when I was young and having fun and whatever. So that's why ABBA. I like ABBA because it reminds me when I was little. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, Blindside. Yep, we'll put all my unfiltered stuff there, and I haven't pushed a bunch of stuff because I really haven't had that much stuff, and I haven't had that much time. I don't know. I feel like my time has been getting narrower on stuff I got to do, things that
you have to do to get ready.
Dang,
yeah,
time for all this.
He's counting down work days there more than ever lately.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like
ABBA brings back PTSD.
You know what brings back me those, for ABBA, and I mean, I am a heavy metal liker. ABBA. ABBA, whatever they are. Bee Gees to me would be, if I had to listen to, I don't really like ABBA,
70s.
but I like Bee Gees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
my grandparents are Swedish, so ABBA all the way.
Oh, Scorpions.
Oh, yeah.
There's all right. So I've prepared. We're gonna, let's see, in 2 months, less than 2 months, we make our trip from the south across the country. You see, I didn't say that wrong. Across the country, going up through Niagara. And
yeah,
I've
but
been
that's
working
not
on,
a cross. A cross is
well, yeah, technically no.
Across the country is left to right,
Yeah, but I say
not
that
up and
because
down.
because I always say across. So
You always
I would
have
say
the T on the end of it.
Oh yeah. So we're going to be going north, and I have been working.
We're traveling across a large part of your country.
Yeah, a large chunk of it, and I have been whittling down in preparing my Pandora play tract. That's going to be hot, chock full of Dab's lovely music. That's going to go from Bee Gees to Calvin Harris
to I Love Jesus.
All right, so I do have a little Casting Crows in there. Just saying, Casting Crows or Casting Crowns. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Casting Crowns. Thank you.
No idea who that is.
A little Metallica. Well, you will. A little Metallica. A little bit of Skinner. Could have some Skinner in there. A little Led Zeppelin. A little Pink Floyd. We got Scorpions
that I actually like on this 15-hour drive that I'm going on with you.
You'll learn to like it.
You have any Doors in there or what?
You got some Slipknot?
How could you not have
no Slipknot. No, they haven't. It hasn't come up on it. I probably should add it. I don't mind some.
No, not so much heavy metal. I'm pulling the fucking wheel and putting us in the ditch. I'll tell you that right.
Doors is the best music to drive to, man.
Yeah, I didn't pick any Motley Crue or anything like that, but it's that mix. I'm telling you, baby, you're gonna be like,
Todd, I won't mind if you throw like one song from each band in. That's fine with me.
Yeah, you know how Pandora does.
Whatever.
Pandora grabs it and is like, grab this, grab that.
But I don't want a full 15 hours of.
I'm up to 1,500 thumb up songs, so it's given more of that.
Oh, there he goes again. Only use the stuff with the thumbs up.
Oh God.
I don't have any Tragically Hip. That's one of the things I probably do to add to the mix because I do like.
She's right though. All three of those are Canadian. Bare Naked Ladies, Stompin' Tom.
I know Stompin' Tom.
Oh yeah, it's old school.
I don't know that one.
Stompin' Tom.
Love the Doors. Look, I knew Stuart like damn Doors.
All right.
He's old like us.
Yeah, man. Lines in the street and roaming.
Look, Predict Blue will be attempting to jump out of a moving truck.
Virginia state line. Isn't Virginia pretty much right there?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, to beat you right.
About the second Leonard Skinner song, I'm gonna play some Skinner. 3 steps.
At first, the idea.
Give me 3 steps.
Oh God! At first, when I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh, we got such a long drive ahead of us, and then I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be a little adventure, so it'll be fun. We're gonna make it a new adventure.
You're gonna see America.
I get to see America because usually I fly to wherever I'm going and land and stay in that one city and then fly back. So,
Amy Winehouse. Who's that?
Oh my God! Really?
No, I don't know. Paul said I don't know who.
You don't know who Amy Winehouse is?
No.
Oh my God.
What was that song? She was the drug addict, alcoholic.
Yeah, she died there.
Yeah, she ain't got no songs on my playlist. I promise you. And I haven't added any country music though. I haven't added any country music.
She's one of the 27 club.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it the 27 club?
It's a 27.
27.
They died before they're 27.
Yeah.
Jim Morrison, Hendrix, what's her name there? Janice. Yeah, Janice.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Oh, what I would like is some Fleetwood Mac. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh well, I do have now. Speaking,
God.
I do.
Oh wait, and ABBA. I want some ABBA too.
ABBA.
I do have some Prince is in there, and I know that Elton John is in there.
So what Prince you got it? Because I want "Baby I'm a Star."
Who?
Baby I'm a Star. That's the best Prince song ever.
I don't know. No. 15 hours, Stuart.
No, "Sexy Motherfucker" is the best song.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought "Darling Nikki" was my favorite song.
Yeah, "Darling Nikki" is great too.
Purple
"Darling
Rain.
Nikki" was my favorite.
Purple Rain's just too. But that's off of the Purple Rain album. "Baby I'm a Star."
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we're going all over the place.
Let Doves Cry. That's one of them?
Yeah, that's off of that too.
Ozzy. I do now. See,
Ozzy,
I do like Judas Priest. I actually saw Whitesnake in concert. Was never a big Whitesnake fan, but Judas Priest I like.
Is that the one, Todd, where they had that chick there that did the splits on the front of the car in their video? Is that Whitesnake? Tawny Katane, her name was?
I don't know.
It was his wife or girlfriend, the lead singer, I think. Tawny Katane?
Yeah, 20, yeah.
But it's pronounced Katane because I guess it sounds more classy. Oh, shit.
Good night, Nar.
On the front of between two cars or something like that.
Ouch. I can't remember. I don't remember that one.
Wow.
Judas Priest and Ozzy Osbourne. I do remember. Yeah, I'm big on both of those.
Yeah,
but
you gotta have some Ozzy.
I didn't. I think other than Iron Man, which was a Black Sabbath song, and Crazy Train was really the only two Ozzy songs that I added.
No kidding.
For us, it was Def Leppard and what's the Axl Rose?
No, see, because I always loved what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Oh my gosh.
Hey, who's Axl Rose lead singer? What?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Thank you.
Yep. AC/DC. I have many AC/DC songs in it.
Okay, good, because I love AC/DC.
Yep. Mandy's like 15 minutes, Dabs. She's counting down. Hey, you know what? She's waiting for the clip for me to post this link, and she's like this.
Yeah,
yeah,
she does. Sex Pistols. I don't have any Sex Pistols. I never was into Sex Pistols. What was the song? What was it? What was the song? Because I saw the movie Repo Man. You remember the movie Repo Man? Repo Man. It had
the new one or the old one?
The old one. When it had
Estevez.
Estevez in it, and he was and it had a lot of punk rock music in it.
Yeah,
and it's like, what was that song? All I wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to me. All I wanted was a Pepsi. She wouldn't give it to me. It's like, but yeah, I can't remember that song.
I like them when they did a version of My Way. Like Frank Sinatra's My Way. It was great.
You got any REM on the list?
Good.
There was, I think, one REM song that I added, and I don't remember the name of I don't remember which one. I remember there was one big REM. To me, I have to really be in the mood for REM. REM to me can be, they just kind of pull me down a little bit.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
I was coming back from Ottawa one time. It's a 4-hour drive, and my buddy Rhonda had she had a beater car, a little Chevette. She called it Broken Cherry. It was red, and we drove back from Ottawa in minus 40-degree weather with black ice everywhere, and there was something wrong with the exhaust, so we had to have the windows partly down, and we were wearing a big comforter in the back, and she played this with REM tape, like a disc, like a tape, and she played that the entire 4-hour run over and over and over again. Yeah, I could have killed her. So yeah, actually, no more REM. I'm okay with that.
You know what else is good to drive to? Some Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I liked, they're all right. I liked it when they were young. Yeah, Eagles is on my list. Eagles, new like Hotel California. I mean,
I loved Harmony Band.
You couldn't beat her. I mean, it's Sex, Drugs. The Chili Peppers. I've had Chili Peppers added to it. Of course, I saw AC/DC. Yeah, AC/DC's got plenty of songs.
Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Pearl Jam, yes. Soundgarden.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I haven't seen any of those two bands. I haven't seen, but I know I have Pearl Jam and Soundgarden added as favorites.
Elton James was good.
Because what I do is like, you know how Pandora does. It says, here's some songs, and I'm like, yeah. And then like if I'm like in a hurry, I'll just skip to the next one, and they're like, yeah, thumbs up, yeah. Then I'll skip to the next song, yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down, so that I go through, because I'm trying to create that ultimate playlist that has.
So for them to make you a playlist based on your past.
Yeah, on that fingerprint thing. Suicidal tendencies, that's what it is. Institutionalized. Yes, there we go, TC. Thank you. See, I knew someone would know. Suicidal tendency, institutionalized. Institutionalized. That song. Check it out. That movie actually wasn't bad. That movie really wasn't bad. But that song, it is a...
you know what movie was really, really good? Speaking of the Sex Pistols, Sid and Nancy. Gary Oldman. Phenomenal in that.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna play some Al Green for us when we're going up there.
Oh yeah.
Al Green.
We'll never make it. We'll never make it. We'll have to be pulling over and in the back of the truck.
Even leave the bed down on the floor of the truck there, honey.
Yeah. Hey, what we'll do is leave Jade in the front.
Stick a sign on the back.
Oh my God! If the house is a rockin', don't bother knocking.
Put a sign, put a little t-shirt. Put a t-shirt in the window so that they think it's broke down. No, we'll be back in a minute.
I'll be treated to Todd's either air guitar, air drums, or air keyboards on the way, because he does that.
Or vocals, because
vocals. But he'll do that. He'll be like drumming on the steering wheel, and
I do.
He totally does. He air guitars it.
Tom Petty. I forgot Tom Petty was.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Tom Petty. Yeah. And it's. I'm telling you, honey. When you watch, you're gonna be listening to. You're gonna be like, honey, this is an awesome song. Honey, this is another awesome song. I'll be like,
and then I'm gonna be like,
Journey's on my list.
And then you're gonna be out of the Carolinas.
I was gonna say, and then there'll be the times where I'm be like, fast forward this shit.
Skip. Hey, there's no one-man band, air band like me. I'm gonna just say it.
True, Mandy. You're gonna see firsthand on that one. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I am on point with that stuff. So we're gonna roll up out of here because we're Noir already got tired. He had to go to bed. DJ, it is late for you. Yes, there's some John Mellencamp on there. DJ, anything you want to say?
Yeah, just thanks for having us on, Todd. And thanks for everybody else jumping in the chat. It's been fun.
You missed me, DJ. I know you did.
Oh, definitely got to have you on, Blue. It's like I say, we'll have a good chat when we get to the after show.
Yeah.
Miss Blue, anything you want to say before we go?
Peace out, brothers and sisters.
There you go. Peace
out. Hopefully you're a manly-looking Chinese dude.
All right, I'll have that playing as we're going out, because that's
nerd me.
That is cool.
I was going to answer you then, Blue. I was going to say, you know I am.
You know it. All right, Alban, anything you want to say before we go?
Thanks for everyone coming out. Thanks for making roll call. It was a pleasure to say hey to everyone. Thanks so much, Dabs, and we'll see everyone at the after show. Yeah, I guess you're going to post it in the Streaming Matters group, I guess.
Yes, I will post the link in the Streaming Matters group, and we only allowed 10 people. So the first 10 that get in, unless someone jumps out, then that's how that works. I don't play favorites, so it is who it is. The only thing I'll say is don't be a dick if you're going to be in the live chat, and if you are, then I have to boot you out because no room for dicks. As you see, as we're getting ready to roll out, I'm telling you, I will post the links to some of this stuff. Check out some of these links, and I'm going to continue to work to get some of the guy that actually Terry Red. I'm going to try to get him on the show, as well as Edward, which he said that he would come on the show. He just works Monday through Friday, and his time doesn't play out well for the show. But I'm going to try to get him to come on the show to explain this stuff more in depth and better than I can.
Scenario, Todd. Maybe you can just do a little him and you.
Yes.
And record it, and then
and I did mention to him I'd be willing to do it like on a Sunday show, and we do it, and whoever can join, and then people can watch it to get understanding how it works, and people can ask questions.
They are sweet ass looking, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just this is not your dad's pinball machine, and I'm thinking, I'm telling you, honey, this will be the pivotal point in the man. What are you
telling me, that this ain't my Ted Nugent machine?
This is not your Ted Nugent, but I bet you they got it. I bet you there is a Ted Nugent.
Yeah, I'm okay not doing Ted Nugent because it's Ted Nugent.
Oh, look at DeBeach says, well, that leaves him out. So, all right, so we're gonna go. So, hey, I just thought I'd let that run as I'm running out of here. Thanks for everyone joining us. Join us on Wednesday, which is the movie is Coda. So be sure to watch Coda, and for Player Pass, we will be doing that. And I will see you guys. Yeah, and don't forget to vote and all that. And if you guys would like to be on the show, let me know. Be happy to have you. So we'll see you on the next one. Streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. See you guys on the backside.